Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Sunday, February 11th, 2018 at 0415 in the morning Eastern Time. Couldn't, about 2:30 I woke up and I realized, well, I'm not going to go back to sleep. And I've had 7 hours sleep, which is about the going rate nowadays. So I that seems to be about the standard aliquot anymore. So yesterday was kind of an interesting day in the sense of computer adventures. Sort of almost gets back to the future here with the original premise of this channel. Me learning how to use this thing. I discovered yesterday about midday that my router was really acting very strange. I have Samsung screen mirroring, which usually works very nicely to put what I have watching on my computer to my Samsung smart TV. But it was pausing about every 20 seconds, and that makes it essentially unusable. So I found the software help center, and by golly, they got back to me within about 20 minutes, and they said, well, this is probably a router problem, and I had, quote, very heavy network usage, unquote. They said, shut it, basically don't run any other programs when you're watching the TV using the Samsung screen mirroring program. Well, I don't. I mean, the only thing I have open is my email program when I'm doing that. So, very heavy network usage was news to me. So I went about resetting the router. Well, there's various ways you can do it. On the back of my router, it's a Cisco Linksys N900 dual band router, which I bought in early 2013, and I didn't realize these things had software in them. You have to update the software in these things from time to time. So I used all three methods to reset the thing. I pressed. There's one button that's actually you can feel it. There's another one that you can put like a paper clip down in and hold it. I did these like separate times. I didn't do all three at once. And then, of course, there's a unplug it, wait a while, then plug it back in method. Well, eventually that did seem to solve the problem, but not until I had to coax my MacBook Pro, my laptop here, to re-recognize this router. The network name that came up when I switched on the Wi-Fi is not the old network name. And the password, the original equipment password for the old network name, it didn't work either. But in the end, that didn't seem to make any difference because they seemed to hook up happily anyway. So then, I thought, well, I'll just try to run this thing through the TV. Well, the TV didn't even recognize the router. Not connected, not connected, not connected. So I had to go back to the setup thing with the TV and get it to re-recognize the router, which it did, and it seemed to do it a little bit easier than the original times or the other two times I've had to go through that setup nonsense with that TV. All this happy horse shit took about 3 hours. But in the end, the screen mirroring played without hesitation. Yay! Well, the new electric meter was installed here. When was that? Was it Wednesday? No. yesterday, Friday. Yeah, it was Friday morning. And I think this has been sort of a bit of a tipping point that set in motion a bit of a cascade of events. I got thinking last night as I was going off to sleep, I wonder if the printer got messed up with all this. And so I thought I'd try to print something this morning, seeing as how I was up, and I may as well make myself useful. And now the printer never, I discovered the printer doesn't want to be part of our little happy Wi-Fi family anymore either. So that meant visiting various HP, Hewlett-Packard websites and installing new driver software. And that eventually brought my printer back into the fold. So now it's all happy. It even has its own email address now, and it promises it's going to email me from time to let me know how he feels. I can't wait. First world problems. We had a little bit of a layer of ice here this morning. I have a feeling that traipsing up to church here this morning is pretty much off the cards. I'm just not going to risk my neck for that. I'm just not. I don't read again until first Sunday of March anyway. But I think Emmanuel's preaching. I hate to miss him preaching, but I just don't want to go get out on this ice. And I guess there's more questionable ice, snow type stuff going to happen here in another hour or two anyway. So they say. Okay, well, I might be being overly cautious, but not to mention all this flu going around. I'll tell you, it's nasty. We've already had one person from church go into the hospital with it. No deaths yet that I know of. At least in our little congregation. It's nasty stuff. I actually kind of felt low grade. You know how you sort of get that sensation you're going to get a sore throat before you got a sore throat and all that, stopped up head stuff. And I was thinking maybe I was fighting something off, and I think I probably was a little bit. I may, I think just lay low, Joe. Give your immune system a bit of a break here. Because if I get sick at all, I always get sick in February. I just soon pass on that this year. Thanks. Okay, that's it for today. I think I'll probably be Skyping with my good friend, the good Tony in the UK, and maybe the good Tony on Seattle as well here today, maybe. So I'm going to totter off here and take some blood pressure drugs and drink some more tea and that kind of stuff. Morning stuff. So I'll say bye-bye, YouTube.